Howdy ho everyone, Lost Leader here. We're back in action for more. I woke up late and I was not able to do this attraction. So now we're in my car. It happens. I'm not sure it's something I've particularly stated before, but I do want to state that I have a particular affiliation with making sure like sadness and happiness are both appreciated, and there's a lot of balance between all your emotions and whatnot. And I'm not sure if I've rightly stated any of this a little bit, but it's something that I rightly think about a lot. And it's something that I always try to incorporate with everything that I do, including these vlogs, including my Let's Plays, including the way I talk, the way I breathe, things like that. Just, I don't like to be super positive all of the time, and I feel like every now and again, I don't let that get across that I am a very positive person, but at the same time, I'm also very much a person that just had a lot of sadness in their life and just kind of like goes about it. Like, to me, it feels like I do one or the other and I don't blend it as much as I would like. Like, I'm not saying this is a bad thing for people that are just like, I want to be positive all the time, or people out there that are just like, I'm always like down low and I don't feel great and they can't function as a human being. That's not the way that I'm trying to phrase it at all. I like to mix things up and everything, and I'm aware that being trans does not make everything super bright and emotional for me. It's not a particular great thing that happens when you're trans and you have all these anxieties intact and you're just kind of like, you want someone to love you and want to be the best you could be, and you also want to present yourself out as something else entirely to the whole entire world that they don't see you as, but you see yourself as, and it's a lot of combat to deal with. It's a constant state of emotional presentation and all these various things. And I gotta say, like, even as a trans person myself, seeing other trans people just kind of like make it and just like keep going about their business, makes me glad for them. Makes me happy that they're this powerful entity and whatnot in comparison to the way that I feel about myself. And I don't always feel like I could like take on the world and everything. It's something that just is a front every now and again. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes I'm hella pissed. Sometimes I'm just like really happy. Sometimes I'm really sad. But I like to blend as much emotion as possible to any given thing that I'm with, because I never really particularly found that being happy all the time is a good thing, in comparison to just making sure all your emotions are in check. My glasses kept fogging up, so just like, screw it. They're not in. The glasses will not be a part of this anymore. It's getting too annoying. Regardless, emotions are hard to deal with, and as much as I like to be happy and whatnot, I know from personal experience that always being happy is a very, very mentally tasking thing, and I hate to see people that are happy all the time. I really and truly mean this, and this is the big reason why I don't like Disney as a company, because they're very much like, always smile and do all this and that, and just like make sure the customers don't see and follow all these policies that we go with, and just, it creates a lot of terrible people out there, and I'm sure there's people out there that are not affected as much in comparison, but the way that I see it, Disney as a company with their policies that they have in place, as effectively bigger than the government, that the government can't stop them from doing whatever the hell they do, makes me really sad, and I don't like to see that happen. I'm not like saying like, hey, you know, like, I want to have Disney employees be constantly like grumpy and angry with me or any jazz like that. Just, I don't like it when people force happiness on other people. I really hate that. I think it's very, very much an important thing for you as a person, just straight up you as a person, to have all your emotions and go through them the way that they do. And I'm not sure if I always present myself that way, but I guess I try to. I try to do it that way. I'm not always feeling top of the world. I'm not always feeling super great, and sometimes that happens a lot on my P's. If you look in my Shadow Colossus LP, you'll see that I experienced a betrayal with a friend long, long ago, and that hurt me a lot, and I just like really was like hurting a lot. A lot of it was cut, some of it wasn't, but suffice to say, that was me at the time. That was entirely what was happening with me and dealing with my emotions and whatnot, and just talking about your emotions, talking about things that make you feel sad or bad or like that. I feel it makes you more relatable as a person, and I feel like it makes you more being able to sort it out and whatnot, and just going like, hey, I don't know what to do with my life. What the hell do I do? And you're talking to yourself about like, how do I get further and further and further ahead of this? And you're just like, I still don't know. Like, you may still not know, but it's at least out there and it's at least said, and it just feels better to get that off my chest instead of keeping it all in. And that's a lot of just the things I hate the most, when you keep your emotions all in, because I did not used to be that way. I had a lot of anger issues, like full out, right out. And I don't know why that was in particular, but I just did. There was something about like games and whatnot, and something about the way that they just like kind of aggravated me at certain points, or just like they did that. And I used to like hit myself a lot. And I mean like a lot, like this. Like when I get angry, I just like would hit myself on the head. Just go whack, 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 whack. Not good. Not good for my physical health or mental health, as it were. I haven't done that in like ages. I think I've done it like one time in the past 5 or so years or something like that. And I say this because just, I don't know why I held it in. I don't know why I did all this stuff, but letting go and just like every now and again, like I'll give myself a good old cry night. Like I'll cry at night or something and all that jazz. But there was certainly an event that went on in my childhood that just made me hold into a lot more of my emotions than it usually did. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why that whole entire situation worked out for me the way that it did. By all means, nowadays, I don't mean to keep my emotions like fully intact and whatnot. I don't mean to do that. But as a person, as I've grown, I've tried to get more and more feeling. I try to get more touchy-feely about things and just kind of let my emotions flow. And now I cry singing to the Pina Colada song. I really do. I cry to it every time. It's such a great song to like listen to, y'all. Like for real. If you ever hear the Pina Colada song lyrics, it like pretty much goes, this guy's gonna cheat on his wife and he doesn't like her anymore. They're just doing the same thing over and over again, and it feels stagnant. And he's just like, I don't want this anymore. And he like looks at this personal ad. He's just like, hey, this chick knows what I'm all about. I want to go like date her and I want to be with her. And then in the end, it's both of them. It's both of them. It's so lovely. That's like a thing. They both found each other again, and they both find this newly discovered thing that they both like pina coladas. They're like getting caught in the rain, and this is so good. It's such a good little romantic thing that happens, and it's the best thing to me. And it makes me so happy, and it makes me so sad. It's such a bittersweet moment, such a melancholy song, and usually when I listened to that Pina Colada song when I was younger, I didn't listen to the lyrics. I don't listen to any of these things. And I thought it was a good, happy song. It's not a good, happy song. Pina Colada is not a very happy song, I think. Not in the proper sense. Not to me anymore, at least. But that's kind of what I mean, though. It's just, you have all these emotions set place for yourself, and if you're just happy and angry all the time, then what the hell else are you doing? I know not a lot of the people want to see someone that's sad that's LPing, but I mean, like, I'm sad sometimes. There's things that have happened to me in my life and whatnot, and there's things that happen to other people in life, and I think those moments, however few, are very important, and I like to encapsulate that. I like to do that, and I guess this is more of a rant of just me defending myself when it comes to, like, entertainment and everything, but I feel like it flows through the whole entire situation and whatnot, and just, like, I've embraced my emotions a lot more as time has went on with my life. I really have, and I'm very happy for it, and I think it's very good for me that I've done so. And this is by far, like, longer since the whole entire situation where I was just like trying to like go actually actively be trans, and just realizing like, hey, I don't exactly have a lot of the best behaviors when it comes to my emotions. I know I don't mean to do it. Let's try to fix it. I don't know how to rightly tell you how I did fix it. I still probably haven't fixed it, but it's better. That's the important thing, is it's better. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to like say for now. I think it's kind of a weird kind of situation that I'm talking about here, about emotions and whatnot, but it's not exactly a logical thing that you talk about. Regardless, I'm kind of happy right now. I'm having a very happy day, and I'm having a very good time, and I like it when people are just like when I'm happy and they're sad, or like when I'm sad and they're happy and they're just talking to me and things like that. I like that. I like both situations. I don't think that's a particularly popular thing that a lot of people do, but I do. And it's not a matter of animosity towards anybody or anything like that. It's just, when I'm happy, I can look at the retrospective of times that I've been sad to help with the emotions and whatnot. And when I'm sad and someone's happy, it just, I can kind of see the brighter side of things and everything. It's a nice little mix of yin and yang there that's going on. And just, there's always two particular things that get me through my life in terms of like sayings and whatnot. One of them is from an anime, figures, right? And the other one is just this little philosophy that's been had. And the little philosophy thing is a very simple one, and it's gone through a lot of just me going through hard times and just realizing, you know what? This too shall pass. Like, effectively enough. No matter what I'm going through, no matter how much I go through such a situation, eventually that event is going to end and I can move on. And that really helps me a lot when it comes to a lot of the harder choices I have to like make out there, a lot of the projects that I make, a lot of the things that I had to got into, a lot of procrastination and whatnot. And it's just a matter of, I may not be able to hold on to things, I may not be able to handle certain things as of right now, but if I understand that at some point this little problem that I have is eventually going to fade away into nothingness, that this whole entire like Odysseus thing, or Midas, the king or whatever, the dude that was in Breaking Bad, I'm trying to make a reference and I can't make a reference. If that could pass, that big old kingdom could pass with all the situations, then my little problem that like, hey, I waited 2 weeks to do my project on an essay, that will pass too. May not have the best results, but yeah. Also, if you're wondering about the anime one, it's from Anomabashi, Magical Shopping Arcade. Really good series. I think it's a very, very interesting little thing. And, weirdly enough, one of the very last lines that is spoken, legit, is being human, having your health. That's what matters.